What's up guys, Flickify here, and today we have episode 23 of my second season of career mode with York City. And before we move on with the episode, I'd like to quickly say thanks to Simon, or iDubStepStyle, for creating that intro. I'll leave his links in the description if you guys want to check out his channel. But anyways, moving on to the career mode today, we get a little bit of transfer money from the FA Cup winnings, a decent amount, 219,000, which will be nice. Maybe we can sign a player with that. And today we have a couple matches, the first of which is going to be against Crawley Town, who our former player Kerr is actually playing for right now. I think this is the second time we've actually matched up with him. Seems like we play him quite a bit. But we make a few changes before the match. Potts and Kelly get the start, most likely due to fitness, and we do have a home match here, and we'll be checking out the league standings here in a second. Right now we are sitting at 8th place, so we definitely have a shot at getting up in that top 6 positions, and we start the match off pretty well. We get the first major opportunity. Da Silva is just dribbling around the box, showing some of his dribbling. He's going to find Benzia. Benzia will have a go on goal, but it is saved by Crawley Town's keeper, and they cleared that one out for a throw-in, and that was really the only major chance in the first half. I expected us to do a lot better against Crawley Town. I don't feel like they're that great of a team, but you know, sometimes that does happen, and we decided to make the triple substitution there. Belanta, Sorrentino, McLaughlin were brought in for Azogue, Da Silva, and Henley. Hopefully we can go ahead and get a goal from them, and obviously McLaughlin has scored some decent goals when he's coming as a sub. But Benzia here, still starting for our match, is going to find Belanta, and Belanta has a good shot on goal, but that is just parried away by their keeper. Goes out for another throw-in, and you can see there 23 goals in all competitions for Belanta, which is just an immense number. But off that throw-in, we're going to find Sorrentino in the middle of the box, and he's going to have a go on goal. And you saw there was a big trip up in the penalty box, and we actually get a penalty for that. So I don't really know if that was a legitimate call, but you know, we'll take the penalty anyways. And of course Benzia is going to step up for this one, and after having a quick look at the penalty takers, we're going to have Benzia go ahead and take it. He's going to power it up right in the green, and he's going to put it off to the right. Keeper doesn't even move, and we get the 60th minute goal to get the 1-0 lead. So a nice penalty there. A little bit of luck, obviously, getting that penalty after a little bit of a trip up, but immediately after, within 10 minutes, Crawley Town's going to come off the cross. They're going to send it in the middle, and they're going to find Sparrow. Sparrow is going to dribble around our defense, and on the rebound goal, we do manage to save that one. So they were definitely giving their pressure. That was really the first shot they had on our goal. But here's a beautiful through ball play to their striker, and their striker is just going to muscle away Valverde there, and a little bit of patience. He's going to have a shot on goal after a little bit of a finesse shot. It rebounds, and it falls to another Crawley Town player, and they tie the game up in the 77th minute. So Jones gets the equalizer goal off a nice rebound for him and a bit of a volley right into the back of the net. And Crawley Town was definitely not giving up on this match, and unfortunately for us, we didn't get another opportunity, and the game ended at a draw. So a 1-1 draw, not too bad. At least we're picking up some points, which is the most important thing. And we at least we didn't lose to Kerr's team, which is definitely not what we want to do. And we move right into the next match. This one's going to be against Carlisle United, and they are actually a pretty decent squad. I've had trouble playing against them in the past, and they're going to go with the green kits. We're going to go with the red, and we do make a few substitutions, actually quite a few, before the match. Pegalo, our backup keeper, gets the start. Gaikwad, Oyabano, Fifield, and Walker actually get the start. Walker, obviously, I think this might be one of the first games he's actually started at striker. Benzia must have been low on fitness, as well as Sorrentino. Maybe I put Sorrentino at the cam position. But anyways, we get the first opportunity in the match. Da Silva here running away from the goal, and those goals just always seem to go in. I might just have to try that out more, because anytime I shoot like that, like running away from the goal, it just seems to go right into the corner, and the keeper doesn't have a chance. Maybe it's just playing against these keepers who obviously aren't the best in the Empire League 1, but they're still decent. And we just continue it going here. A nice header from, I think that's Henley. Yeah, it's Henley, and he gets a nice little header goal. Just barely tucks it right into the back of the net, and we just jump on Carlisle United before halftime. A 2-0 lead, but obviously they try to get a goal back here, and right after we score, they're just going to run it down the wing, looking for that cross. We're just trying to contain him here. But they do find a man in the middle. He's going to send in the cross, and there's Beck trying to get a header on goal, and that's a beautiful header and a beautiful finish by Beck. He beats Pegalo, who's like 6'6" tall, which is just gigantic for a keeper, and he still managed to get it past his outstretched arms. And they managed to cut the deficit in half before halftime, but we still have a nice lead going into halftime, 2-1. So a nice bit of an offensive performance in the first half, and hopefully we can continue that in the second half. Maybe get a few more goals for ourselves, which is always nice to see. We decided to make some substitutions though. Azogue and Da Silva were brought out of the match. Johnson and McLaughlin were brought in. Obviously Johnson's been a pretty decent player as a sub, and he does manage to get himself some goals occasionally. And there's Sinclair nearly getting a deflection goal, nearly goes into the back of the net, but that just happens to be a corner, and we don't score off the corner kick. But here's Sinclair again, finding Walker, and look at that finish there by Walker, nearly getting a nice little bit of a half volley. But unfortunately, that goes off the post and back out into play. But here's Henley muscling away the defenders, trying to get through on goal. He manages to beat him and gets it by the keeper to give us pretty much the victory there in the 73rd minute, 3-1, and it's not likely that Carlisle United is able to come back from that. And we do make one more substitution just to close things out. Henley was brought out and Chambers were brought in, and we actually tried to get another goal for ourselves. Here's Walker again, trying to show that he can be still a decent player for us, and he gets a decent shot on goal and a horrible read on goal from Johnson, and that does not go into the back of the net. But here's Carlisle again, trying to get a goal back, and a nice bit of control there, but unfortunately for them, they had an open net for the most part, and they just could not put it away. And as usual, the computer is obviously pretty difficult to play towards the end of the game. They're just trying to get as many goals as they can. But unfortunately, that one goes wide, and they just could not seem to get in the back of the net. And the game will end off that atrocious finish, and we get the 3-1 result against Carlisle United. So a nice pickup of 3 points. Pagala actually had a pretty good game. Sinclair had a pretty decent game. And we go into our final match of the episode against Gillingham, who are a former player. I forget the name of our former keeper, but I think it's Ingham. Yep, that's what it is. I still remember his name. But yeah, we go into the final match, and as usual, we have our difficulty selecting the kits because Gillingham's kits very strangely are quite similar to ours, the color of them. So after a bit of decision making, we decided we'd go with the blue, I think it is, and no, we're going to go with the red, and they're going to go with the blue. And hopefully we can just never have to play Gillingham again, because I just do not look forward to playing against them and their kits that strongly resemble ours. But we do make a few substitutions. Allen's our backup center back actually gets to start this match. Potts gets a start. Blair and Chamber also get the start. And right now we're sitting at 5th place, so we did manage to jump up quite a few spots. I think we jumped up 3 spots from the previous game. And here's a Zoe trying to find the man in the center, and Blair gets a shot on goal, but an easy save there for the keeper. But we are testing him, which is the most important thing. It's not so much about, sometimes it's more about the quantity of shots than the quality of shots. You know, obviously a few of those will go in, and they're nearly a perfect goal, and nearly we get luckily off the rebound, but unfortunately Azogue was offsides. That would have been pretty funny had that gone, and he just kind of walked into the ball and made it go in the back of the net, but he was offsides, so we do not get the goal there. And Gillingham actually strikes first just before halftime. Hansen gets a header goal off the corner kick, and they manage to get the 1-0 lead pretty much going into halftime, which is alright. You know, we can come back from that hopefully and make a few substitutions to hopefully bring in some pace and bring in a little bit more energy. But we had not decided to do that at halftime, and right after halftime, we're actually going to find Benzia, getting him a little bit of through ball. He's going to try to test the keeper, but again, a nice save there by the Gillingham's keeper. And we continue the chances here, and after a bit of a stumble there, Benzia just hurdles over their defender and gets a goal in the 51st minute. So Benzia's doing what it takes to get a goal for us. He doesn't care if there's a defender in the way. He's just going to push him away and tied the game up at 1-1. So a nice performance there from Benzia. He's just gone so clutch for us this season. And here's De Silva actually doing a nice bit of dribbling, getting by the defenders, and it almost thought that was a penalty there, but the referee just decides not to call it. And Sorrentino McLaughlin were brought into the match, Azogue and De Silva were brought out. And towards the end of the game, we're here in the 70th minute, Benzia is going to do the similar move, and he's going to have a shot on goal, but it is saved yet again by their keeper. And that one is actually saved, doesn't even go out for a corner kick. And here in the 90th minute, the dying embers of the game, McLaughlin will find the running Blair, getting through on goal, and Blair is just going to tuck it away yet again. So I don't know how many times we have got the late winners, but it just seems like it's happened so frequently. And there again, we get the late goal to get the victory and pull off 3 more points, which is just great to see, seeing as we're sitting 5th place in the table before the game, so we might even move up even more in the table, which if we could be at the 4th place spot, that'd be just great to see. Benzia gets the 8.4 match rating, and we end the episode off on a pretty good note. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of my career mode, and if you did, as always, leave a like rating, and I'll see you guys later. If you want to help support my channel, be sure to leave a like rating on this video, and subscribe to see my future uploads. Also, you can click on the video annotation in the middle of your screen, and you'll be taken directly to the previous episode of my career mode.